Alright, welcome back and time to answer your queries. Hemant is doing a live financial planning today, and let's take Abhishek's question. And Hemant, he says that his son is 36 years old, has started investing. He has a portfolio of Motilal Oswal Nifty India Defence. He's got Motilal Oswal Small Cap Fund. He's got Nippon India Multi Cap in his portfolio, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap as well, Quant Multi Asset also, and UTI Nifty 50 Index also. And okay, so he's been investing and he wants to invest for a couple of years, maybe 15 years, and the aim is to accumulate almost 2 CR.
Yes, Kavita, I think there are 2-3 important things that we need to see here. One is the corpus that is accumulated already is around 7.5 lakh. And then the current SIP is 24,000, which is being invested on a weekly basis in 6 funds. So if you look at the target to be achieved as 2 crore after 15 years. So if I assume a return of 12% from here on, with whatever he has accumulated so far in the SIP of 24,000, I think he should be able to accumulate a corpus of around 1.5 crore. So there is obviously going to be a shortfall. The only way that he can achieve his target is to step up his SIP every year. If he can increase the amount by 5% every year, I think he should be able to achieve the target. Another important point is that what I see here is that he's investing on a weekly basis. There is no proof that we have done a number of studies. There's no conclusive evidence that investing on a weekly basis is better than investing on a monthly basis. So in fact, it even complicates your whole process. So my view always is that do monthly SIP, but do it on different dates to make sure that you take advantage of the volatility that happen during the month. So I think that's one thing that in terms of strategy he can consider. As far as the funds are concerned, I see one defense fund in the portfolio. Now, someone who's investing for 15 years who may not be well versed with how the sector behave at different times and when to exit and when to enter, it can be a bit complicated. So my advice always is to stay away from sector funds, irrespective of whatever the potential of the sector may be. Maybe that 4,000 which is there in defense fund can be invested 2,000 in multi-cap fund, which is already there in the portfolio. He can add 2,000 to that. And then there is a multi-asset fund, Quant multi-asset, he can add 2,000 to that. Then there is a Nifty 50 index fund. Now, I think the portfolio already has a good, healthy exposure to large cap through the flexi cap fund and the multi-asset fund and the multi-cap fund. So one category which is missing from the portfolio is mid-cap. So my recommendation would be to add mid-cap fund in place of the Nifty 50 index fund, which could be Motilal Oswal mid-cap fund. So I think these couple of changes in the portfolio will ensure that there is a proper balance. And I think, as I mentioned, by stepping up SIP by 5%, he should be able to achieve his target.
Okay, let's take other question. Let's take Vinod's question, and he has almost 60,000 SIP per month, going to retire next month, and for that he wants your help to formulate a retirement strategy. I don't have more details beyond this, but then what would you recommend?
Kavita, I agree with you. I think more details would be required to really advise him, but I think a couple of important things I wanted to say. Retirement planning is an important goal. So 2 things I think he needs to consider. One is whether he will need regular income, which he has mentioned he would, how much it is required. That's very, very important. And second is, if there is going to be any need for a lump sum amount, maybe after a few years. So I think the asset allocation has to ensure that there is a proper balance in the portfolio so that the money is available. So second important thing is how much money he has. Because at the end of the day, the return that you generate is going to be based on what kind of asset allocation you have and what kind of corpus you have. Since we don't have information on that, it's very difficult to advise it. But I think it's very important to look at that. Another important thing I would like to add here is that for generating regular income, it's important to follow the right strategy. And I think systematic withdrawal plan is the best strategy to ensure that, one, you can get regular income in a tax-efficient manner. And second, when you look at an option like Balance Advantage Fund, they also give you an opportunity to make your money grow. So choose the right option, figure out how much money you need and what kind of portfolio you have. I think these are a couple of important factors for you to consider before you make a decision into how you are going to achieve both the goals.
All right. Hemant, that's the time for having our viewers' queries on the show today. But thank you so much for taking time out and helping our viewers understand every aspect of your financial portfolio and investment strategies. Thank you. With that, it's a wrap on the show as well, but I'm going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID where you can send across your question, because the only show where we just focus on your portfolio query so that you can have the right kind of strategy for any of your financial goals. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.